everyone, my name is Heather Hutchinson, and this is my final project. I'll go ahead and boot this up. And so here it is. I decided to use one of the professor's suggestions and just do the blog entries and the links and that sort of thing. So I did that, and this is the home page. And it just kind of shows a welcome, and it has the web service of the find location, and just kind of gives instructions just in case it might not be clear to find the blogs and links you need to use the navigation links up here. One small note about the CSS, I kept it really clean and simple. I'm kind of really OCD when it comes to that. I do not like when websites have 6,000 borders, all different colors, things flashing and moving and everything else. It's just so distracting. I like to really keep it about the information as opposed to all the flashiness. So that's what I did, and you'll see that. I did add some borders just to kind of highlight around certain sections. So on this page, as you can see, I kind of changed some colors around, messed with the links to make those different when you hover over them, little small things like that. So on this page, so if we use the web service, this is just a random IP address, and you hit find location. And you wait, and it publishes your location. So that's the web service that I used, and I put that on the main page because it kind of doesn't really, I link back to the blogs or the links, so I thought that would be an appropriate place to put it. And another kind of organizational thing is I really like to have everything kind of where it's supposed to be. Everything has a specific place, and it's not just one whole project on one web form that you have to scroll down forever, and it's all just a jumble of information. So on this page, you'll just really find basic home properties. On the About page, it'll be about, blogs, links, and so on. So it's really straightforward, easy to navigate, and that's the way I like it. So next, we'll go to the About page, and this is where the Ajax comes in. I originally had posted this and just had these two sentences just in text, just text written on the screen, and I thought that was the dumbest thing. It is so simple and basically like writing in Word. I mean, I thought that was no programming behind that, so I thought I definitely need to spice that up. So I thought this is a perfect place to put the Ajax. So I did the accordion, obviously, and there's one section about me, and it just kind of says who I am and what I do, and a section about the final project, just kind of describing what this is if it's not clear, and what the project is going to contain. So that's the About page. I will answer one of the questions about what I learned. Specifically, this Ajax component is probably the biggest thing for me. I kind of had heard about, obviously I've done databases before, had dealt with C# before, so I knew about the grid views, text box, things like that. So the main thing for me that I learned was Ajax for sure. I think that was the coolest part and the most interesting for me. I thought it was so awesome. It's so simple. How I implemented this accordion took probably the least amount of time of the entire project, yet to me it's the coolest part. I think it's so awesome, so easy to use, and just really pumps up and beefs up your website, and it's so easy. So I definitely love this, and so that's definitely, I guess, one of the main things that I'll probably remember when this class is over. So now we'll go to the blogs page, and this is where the blogs are kept, obviously. And I kind of, just an administrative note, I kind of took this suggestion and kind of applied it in a different way. I kind of thought, instead of doing blogs, I'll kind of switch it up and make it kind of like a syllabus, like an electronic syllabus. Instead of having, instead of having just on a piece of paper, it's online, and you can see it and you can go to it. I thought that was kind of cool because it might be something that in the future may happen. Because if you forget your online copy your paper copy at home and you can't access it for whatever reason, if you can't get that syllabus, it's here and it's always going to be on that website. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. So you see it has the title, the date that it was created, and the actual data of it. And that I just kind of did one sentence summary about what that week consisted of, and then the readings for that week. Kind of kept this really straightforward as to be a syllabus, essentially. So that's that. That's how, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. This is all a database, obviously, behind the scenes, and just posted into a grid view. So I had originally, and this is probably answering one of the most difficult thing for me. Excuse me. And that was the comment section. I wanted to add comments, and I had originally put them into this database. And because those values were null originally, because obviously you're not going to start out with comments, and I thought, okay, I could just edit and then add a comment. And then when I hit update, it didn't save it. And I don't know if that's because it was null and you can't change. I mean, for whatever reason, I couldn't change it. So that was kind of a blessing in disguise because I really like the way I changed it and implemented it now. So I'll show you that. If you select just a random blog, let's just do one, and you select it, up pops that one specific blog. Now, this page was originally created just for comments. So I could have made this super easy and just had a text box, and then you would publish your comment. I kind of wanted to have it have two purposes. So you can either come to this page just to kind of see it away from all of the blogs, or you can come to it to add a comment. So if you are coming to this section of the website, and you don't want to add a comment, you obviously don't need the message, the text box, and the excuse me, and the grid view that goes along with that. So I hid that, and I think that's really cool and a different way to do it. And again, like I said, I really like everything to be organized, so I thought that was kind of neat, that if you're just coming here really quick just to get a real quick brief look at what we're doing that week and then you're leaving, then it just looks nice and clean. But for the main purpose of this was to add comments. So if you hit the add comment button, up pops the text box, the button, and the validation. So right now there's no message in there. So obviously your data validation is saying that there's a message that is required. And so if I type a message and just say yay, and you submit, obviously now the data validation goes away. And here is the comment grid view. So now this publishes my comment there, and I really like that I did this in a separate grid view. Kind of keeps it all separate. So here is the blog information, but down here are the comments associated with that. So I like that. And last minute, I just kind of added this back to blogs button just to kind of, I mean, it's obviously not needed. You can just hit the blogs navigation or hit the back arrow. But I thought it was kind of just something extra. You could just go back to the blogs if you need to. So last but not least is the links. And this one is really simple and straightforward. It's a database. And just like the About Me section, I had originally just posted links. Just text, straight the URLs, nothing fancy. And I thought also that was so dumb. And that's just, there's no programming behind that. So I put them in a database, published them in a grid view, and now it's neat and organized. And so I also added the link title section to the database. So this kind of just publishes what that is going to be about. It just neatly says, okay, this link is about Ajax, this one's about web services, etc. So I like that about it. And also, something that I kind of went above and beyond with this specific page is adding the hyperlinks. Now, this is obviously a database, and for a database, there's no data type URL or hyperlink or whatever, so you can't publish that like that. So the way I did that, I'll come and show you, is on my links page, on the source, if you see right here, this is the grid view. So this is the first field, and it's a bound field, and this is the title of the the link. And here's the second part. This originally was a bound field, and it was those links, the link URL. And I did some research and found that if you change this to hyperlink field, it'll publish as a URL, a hyperlink. So obviously you have to then post the data navigate URL fields, and that is linking back to the field in our table that contains the URLs, and that is called link, because that's what I called it. So let's go back to my website. And so now when you open, oh dear. So now when you open, let's say we're opening the professor's homepage, now it opens right there to that website. And I had added, the reason I added that is because obviously people are becoming a little bit more lazy. So I kind of wanted it to just be easier. I mean, that's simple as that. I wanted it to be easier to navigate as opposed to selecting the URL, copying, opening Internet Explorer, pasting. While that is all so simple, it's just 5 steps less that you have to do. So that's why I did that. I mean, I thought it's really useful if you need to see something on Ajax, hurry up, click the link, you know. So that's why I did that. Let me see if I answered all the questions. I think I did. So that's my presentation and my project. I'm really looking forward to seeing your guys' projects. Sorry. And seeing if anybody did this same suggestion and kind of interpreted it a different way. I really am interested in seeing that. So I obviously was not super creative with my project idea. I kind of just kept it simple and used the professor's suggestion. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching your guys' presentations. So I hope you guys enjoyed mine. I know I'm a little bit of a rambler, so I'm apologizing about that. But that's my project, and thank you guys so much for watching.